Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dota 2 update for the week of September 5th, 2011. Our top news for this week, Dota 2 user interface screenshots have been leaked. And also Gabe Newell says possibly 100,000 people may get into the Dota 2 beta. And that's about it for the top news. I mean, there wasn't much this week. Things have really slowed down considerably after the international. However, we do have a couple interesting segments this week. First of all, Dota Watch 2011 is back. We have some guy who posted video footage of the Dota 2 login process and going into training mode or whatever. And then also we have a couple more people bragging that they have the invite or they have Dota 2 beta and posting screenshots of that. Also, we're gonna wrap things up with a short overview of all the Dota 2 communities out there. Since there's not a lot going on, and there probably won't be a lot going on until the beta actually starts. If you're hungry for more Dota 2 stuff, these communities are a really good way to get involved in those. And some of the discussions in some of these communities are really gold, so stick around for that. Our top news for this week? Well, it looks like Dota 2 user interface screenshots have been leaked. This is not that interesting, but it does show us a glimpse of what Dota 2, at least the interface, looks like, I guess. It looks pretty legitimate, and here's why. I remember seeing some kind of video during Gamescom of a shot of one of the commentator screens or something like that, and they were in the channel, and it looked exactly like this, I remember. And from this, we can see that Dota 2 does have channels, which is pretty nice. The one thing a lot of people have been pointing out, it says 15 million current players and 2,000 matches within under 25 ping, and people are like, no way, this is obviously wrong. And I think that number is only a placeholder, so if it ever reaches that number in the game, they'll know that that number of digits won't break the interface or something like that. Also, some people have been saying that in the chat channel there, you can see it says Dota spelled with a capital A, and we know Valve doesn't do that because of trademark issues. However, that's only a chat channel, and anyone can apparently join any chat channel probably. So they probably just made it like that, so I don't think it means too much. Along with this, there are also shots of the options and stuff like that. I think those are really boring, so I'm not going to waste more time on that. But you can go check them out if you're into that kind of stuff. Alright, so our second piece of news for this week. Gabe Newell said after Gamescom that they want to incorporate 100,000 people into the Dota 2 beta. It comes from Game Trailers TV, and the guy is interviewing Gabe Newell. Here is the soundbite for that.
You guys have been working on this in secret for a while. Now you've shown off the first sort of matches with the fans, and I know the fans and the public are going to get a chance pretty soon to check out a beta, right?
Yeah, there are a couple hundred people in the beta now, and we're going to expand that to about 100,000 people after the show.
Excellent. Well, we can't wait to learn more about Dota 2. We'll see who wins.
There you have it. Gabe Newell himself said 100,000 people in the beta after the show, which could actually mean anything. It could be 100,000 people in the beta total, or it could be 100,000 people in the first phase of the beta, or whatever. We don't really know, so take that whatever way you want, I suppose. And unfortunately, that's it for the news. Nothing too exciting, I know, but that's all we had to work with. Hopefully we're just in the calm before the storm period, and hopefully we're gonna get a lot more stuff coming in when Dota 2 beta comes out, or at least the invites start. Speaking of beta, we're going to jump right into our segment, Dota Watch 2011. We debuted this segment last week. It's going to continue this week since we don't have much going on. So anyways, first item, this guy leaks Dota 2 quote-unquote video footage. He just took a camcorder to his desktop screen and recorded that, but here it is. So we see him logging in, and then he's gonna go into the training mode and pick Marana and show Vengeful Spirit and that kind of stuff. It looks pretty legit because it looks like what we've seen in the international. Although one thing I'm wondering, if he went through all this trouble to shoot that video, why didn't he just go into some gameplay for us to see? Might as well, since you already leaked the login screen and everything. Who knows? Anyways, our next item. These are all the same, so I'm going to group them all in one category. These are just the brag shots of, hey, I got the beta. So here you go. A couple people, it looks all the same. It looks pretty consistent with what we've been seeing. It's just a screen with the Dota 2 poster images in the background showing that you have Dota 2 beta. I think it's pretty legit just because we've seen so many of these same types of shots. And our third piece, generally in the same category, sort of the bragging category. Some guy, apparently he's the owner of the largest Dota Brazil website. He got an invitation to the beta from IceFrog himself, and you can see him getting the beta key. But also, apart from that, we get a little bit of information from this as well. IceFrog says that Dota 2 right now needs a higher end PC to run, and they haven't optimized it yet for the lower end computers to run it yet. Alright, so now that everybody's a little bit more jealous, we're gonna end Beta Watch 2011 for this week and move on to our last segment for this week, which is an overview of all the Dota 2 communities out there in case you weren't a part of them yet. So first of all, the best Dota 2 community out there for discussion and getting good feedback and good responses is definitely Team Liquid's Dota 2 sub forum. Team Liquid does not need any publicity from me. I'm sure everybody here has at least heard of Team Liquid, but their Dota 2 sub forum is really awesome, and there's a lot of really good discussions going on over there, especially now since there's not a lot of news. That's a really good place to go if you're hungry for more Dota 2 talk. And if you happen to be in the minority and not know what Team Liquid is, just go to teamliquid.net, scroll down, it's on the left hand side under sports and games, and you can see the Dota 2 sub forum. Alright, so the second community for Dota 2, this one is probably just as good as Team Liquid with a slightly different feel. It's Reddit's Dota 2 sub forum at reddit.com/r/Dota2. This one is pretty big as well. There's a lot of good discussions going on, and anytime there's something new going on in the Dota 2 world, you can probably find it on this subreddit. They're really helpful, and like Team Liquid, there's a lot of good discussions going on with not a lot of trolling at all, which, as everybody knows, is a rarity on the internet. And the last community I want to go over is the Play Dota community. Of course, I'm pretty sure everybody's heard of it. It's sort of the official Dota and Dota 2 forum and community. Some of the pros of this community, IceFrog does sometimes post there, so that's really cool to hear from the guy himself. And it's also probably got the biggest in terms of numbers of community members in it. It has a lot of trolls compared to Team Liquid and Reddit. Also, the level of discussion on average is a lot lower, and you're gonna get a lot of trolls, a lot of random responses, and a lot of threads that just really don't go anywhere. And that pretty much covers, I think, the three biggest English Dota 2 communities. Of course, there's a lot of huge Chinese Dota communities and Southeast Asian communities as well. So with that, that's it for Dota 2 update for the week of September 5th, 2011. Sorry, this week was kind of boring in terms of news, really just grinding to a halt. But anyways, I'm gonna go refresh my email a couple more 100 times, and I'll see you guys next time.